It's wonderful to be with you this afternoon, and I'm very happy to speak today about two great saints, Francis and Clare. Let's begin with conversion, reviewing the past. Francis and Clare had very different youths with very different upbringings, but both underwent a conversion experience, which we too underwent, and in many ways undergo every day, whether or not we call it by that name. Conversion, in the Greek metanoia, means literally that we are walking in a certain direction, then we stop to take heed of where our lives are heading. Always God is the first mover, so it's His grace that moves us to that. And when we discern that we need to change direction, we turn around again with the help of God's grace. We know already much about the life of Francesco Bernardone, St. Francis. As you see in this image, this sums up much of his life, this bronze statue in front of the main basilica in Assisi, which is still there today. Francis the romantic, the dreamer, who loved parties. He was known as the king of the feasts, who led a free, easygoing life, spoiled as he was by his wealthy parents. Francis was the natural heir to his father's successful cloth business. In the testament that he compiled in the last months of his life, Francis himself paints his first 25 years, and I quote, as living in sin, which he describes as organizing everything around himself, pursuing vain hopes of earthly glory. Clare was quite different. In her youth, you see an image here of Clare, as already she's entered the religious life here, but you can imagine how beautiful she is. In this picture we see something of that. She was in fact stunningly beautiful. From a noble, aristocratic family, she dressed as nobles did. I think you can see something of that here again in that image, bedecked with jewels and the finest of pearls. Her wealthy father had plans of a great wedding for her, and there was no shortage of prospective noble husbands. But Clare, enlightened surely also by her deeply religious upbringing, especially bestowed upon her by her mother, insisted that she wished to remain chaste, a virgin for the Lord. So just a point for us, I always like to bring this in, each of us falls into one of these two categories, and so do the people around us. Perhaps we have children, grandchildren, people we know, whose lives are very much away from the Lord. I hope we can take hope in these two saints. Our past lives perhaps have been very chaste, have been very pure, a real gift, but can bring its own challenges in time. Or perhaps we've led a very sullied life, with sins, great or small, which also brings enormous challenges. Are you a Francis or a Clare? At some point, both Francis and Clare, reading the experience that God was writing in their lives, stopped.
Hi, are you ready to get back together with people and talk about our faith? Think about joining us on an Inside the Vatican pilgrimage. Go to InsideTheVaticanPilgrimages.com and see all our latest pilgrimages. Come join us on pilgrimage.